Neutral. SUBterranean is a gender neutral event. I sure do want to thank you all for coming out tonight. It sure does mean a lot. Are you enjoying your night? Yes! Thanks. Now I feel validated, and that's awesome. Now our next guest is definitely worth the wait, and thank you all for sticking around. Their new book, Chemistry, is available via the Whitmore Press website, whitmorepress.com.au, I assume. I would say Google search Whitmore Press. She was shortlisted for the Gwen Harwood Poetry Prize in 2010 and was guest emerging writer for the 2011 Mildura Writers Festival in Mildura, I'm pretty sure. Ladies and gentlemen, holy shit, it's Jamie King-Holden.
Hi everyone, I'm Jamie. I'm going to be reading from my book, Chemistry. If there are any animal lovers in the room, I apologise for the animals I'm about to name, drown and bury in the following poem. This first one is called The Purple Labrador. A late shift at Skavinsky's. I am driving home on an orange empty, and I wonder briefly if the town council has seen this blistered street, shining black and sticky under my low beams like a sleeping burns victim. My brother taught me a game once, made for crappy cars and non-carers. You close your eyes for as long as you can with nothing but the throb of the wind through the window and a metronome in your head. You count to 5 with a veterinarian's clinic worth of cat and dog. Then you open your eyes. If a tree doesn't fill your windscreen, you win. I hold the criss-crossed stitched steering wheel at 3 and 9 and shut them. 1 cat and dog. When I was 7, I took a pair of Crayola scissors and cut cookie star holes in all of my dad's jocks. Because I didn't want him to go to work. I got a smack. He told me he wouldn't get me a puppy. 2 cat and dog. Dad got new jocks and a dense little Jack Russell that sometimes fell asleep in the milk dish. I imagine him now, under the dirt, a little stack of bones caught in a forever dream about where he might have buried his own. 3 cat and dog. In high school, a rumour circulated about a boy who supposedly put jam on his penis for his sweet-toothed terrier. I saw him sitting cross-legged on the netball court, heaving and trembling like a tiny earthquake. My mum doesn't even keep jam. 4 cat and dog. One summer I went with my uncle to watch his greyhound flick across a track. I scrunched up my eyes and my ticket and screamed at the skin bag of ribs and saliva wrapped in a red 6 that never got to catch an actual rabbit. 5 cat and dog. My car lifts and drops, and the thick, slow whine filters through the floor, the radio, the window. This is how he died. With thick purple blood matting his honey fur, his entrails spilling like a flower, his owner's moccasin held gently in his teeth. Thank you. This next poem is called The Scorpion and the Frog. On top of our roof, our speech slowed by red wine and lethargy, we argue about whether stars fall or shoot, the etymology of fuck, and the real colour of the garden tiles tracing the lavender patch. Our hands, a hand width apart, gripping the gutter full of less than interesting botany, and Slazenger tennis balls bright as moons. You ask me what else is falling, and I wonder if perhaps we are. One Saturday morning, I help you choose a new pet. A crunchy scorpion you decide to name Seth, after the Egyptian god, that you bizarrely coddle and let me feed an unlucky breakfast cricket. Seth drowns in his drinking bowl, and after I unnecessarily repeat that the bowl was too deep, you yell, "I know, you're always right." I'm later devastated to find the snatch of dandelions you placed on his dust grave. You've taken your peeling, sticky guitar to Melbourne now, and I wonder if you have a new scorpion. I borrow a book of basic astronomy and discover that stars don't shoot or fall, that these glowing tragedies that we could never agree on are broken satellites, floating rock and burning space junk diving into our atmosphere. At the local fish and chip shop, I buy a postcard filled with a garish poison dart frog on a leaf. In blue pen I tell you we were both wrong about stars, and quickly send it away to the scribbled address you left on the fridge. This poem is called Transience. As if by magic, you are there, again, concave, breathing under my sheets. 4 years earlier, in a lecture hall teeming with dumb life, a professor hands a blind student half an orange and absurdly compares it to sociology. Human pips attempting to interpret the citric boundaries they inhabit. The student, confused, brings the fruit to his lips. This is what I think of now, with a hand on your cheek, in the dark beside you, somewhere under a light globe that will never be replaced, in a house on a blunt street. A moment I will revisit long after my car has been transformed into a rough cube, and all your children can speak full sentences. I'm blind beside you, and I ask the moon to offer me some relief as I run my thumb along your wet teeth, along the paddle-shaped bone that protects your loud heart. Today I taste your hair in my mouth, count the red crescents above my elbows. Today I threw out all the clocks. Today I eat an orange. This one isn't from chemistry, it's called sound. A man on the second carriage told me through the wool pores of his homemade scarf that he could hear his lover getting into her car 42 kilometres from their stucco home, hear her adjust the heating and the buoyant intonations of dusk radio, hear her blink. Remembering this on the night after, your voice moved through my bedroom window with a permeance that was neither scientific or to be believed. I consider if I heard you coming. The car, the ellipsis on your breath, the bats cascading down your thigh like liquid ivy on a pair of pink leggings you don't own yet. In earlier days on nicotine highs, I would argue through dawn and walls about the silence of conifers and their green needles, crashing into forest floors that only exist in hypotheses and dream. Now, with a palm on my chest, I watch you imitate my heartbeat like a telegraphist, and I know that I was wrong about the acoustics of trees, about the sound of our silence when you're not even there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie King-Holden.